Today is Tuesday, January 20th, 2026. Officially my first day trading in CMEG with my margin account, and it's a pretty solid red day. Not an ideal way to start the journey. Um, that being said, kind of a roller coaster of a day as I started going through making my report card for the day. I haven't finished it. It's been kind of a messy day for me with some obligations outside of trading today to deal with. So I'm not quite caught up on my paperwork for the trading day today, but ended up $70.30 in the red, taking 10 shares at a time. So that means I was roughly $7 ish on the profit ratio for the day. I took 116 trades. That's more than I've taken in any of my sim days, even over the past few months. Uh, just not a great way to get into it. I woke up early this morning. I was out of bed at like 4:15. I couldn't sleep. I think my brain was so anxious about finally starting to trade with my actual account that I just subconsciously was not even holding the ability to sleep. Anyway, that being said, I didn't really get on the computer and start watching the scanner until about 5:30, 5:35. And I watched for probably 45 minutes before I even took my first trade. I think my first trade came around 6:15 or 6:20. I had watched several moves go without me. I was just sitting on my hands. It's been so long since I've actively traded with my actual personal money, and that psychology versus just trading in the sim where no matter what you do, it really doesn't matter. I mean, it friggin' matters. So Uh, I'm not super upset about losing $70 today. That's whatever. $70 is, a decent dinner for the wife and I. So that's not a huge deal there. What I'm upset about, and it's hard to be upset about it. What I'm going to tell myself is on the summary of my report card today, this was rust versus rest. It's been so long since I've traded with actual money, and this is my first time trading with a true margin account where I can get in and out of trades as much as I want to. You know, where now that I'm trading with real money again, I don't know how the Sims play it, but it definitely seems like the spread matters way more with real money than it did in the Sim account. I don't know if that's accurate or not, but that's just how my brain is feeling today. I got beat by the spread several different times today. But the grand scheme of things, 116 trades, I shouldn't have taken half of those. If not, I should have skipped out on 60 or 70% of them. I just sat on my hands and sat on my hands, and sat on my hands, and then I got into trades. I was chasing trades. I'm about 2/3 of the way done with my report card for the day, and just looking at where I made buys and sells, I'm just kind of laughing at myself for the way I did it today. So I expect to get back to my high level of accuracy with decent profit loss ratios as far as winners and losers. I expect to get back to that pretty quickly. I think it's going to take a little bit of time. I do think tomorrow I'm going to drop to 5 shares instead of 10 shares. And I think I'm going to do 5 shares the rest of this week. Today's Tuesday. Monday was Martin Luther King Jr. Day, so the markets were closed. Today's Tuesday, my first day back to actually trading. And what I've told myself is I'm going to do 10 shares for the first week. And then if I'm green, then next week jump to 20 shares. If I'm green, then next week jump to 30 shares and 40 shares and 50 shares. And then, maybe start bumping from 50 to 75, 75 to 100. Kind of start growing it organically. Starting today with 10 shares, I lost $70. So I think I need to take a step back. I'm going to drop to 5 shares. And what I've told myself in my brain is once I get to around $2 worth of profit ratio on the day, then I'll double it. So I'll go from 5 shares to 10 shares, or from 10 shares to 20 shares, or from 20 shares to 40 shares. And maybe doubling it, maybe that's not the right answer. Maybe once I start getting into the higher numbers, maybe instead of doing from 20 to 40, maybe I'll just do from 20 to 30. I don't know. I haven't got that far yet. It's my first day. I didn't do very good today. I think there was only 2 times where I doubled down on losers. And the first one that I've recorded on my report card was a loser. I'm almost positive I did it a second time in the afternoon, or in the morning, I'm sorry. And I'm pretty sure it was also a loser. I don't remember. It was all happening so fast. 116 trades. I should have taken a third of those. But I want to start getting back in the motion of it all. December was a really shitty month for me as far as committing to trading in my sims, all of these things. So it's really been since October, November, where I was really consistently paying attention every day as much as I could on the days that I was supposed to be doing it. And now, this is my first week. That's why today's my first day in the actual account. This is my first week where I'm working as an ER nurse Friday night, Saturday night. I'm regular part-time. I've dropped down from full-time. I'm committing to this, so I don't want to say I have to make it work, but I mean, this is my swing as a young man here, trying to find something different in life for myself and my family. So that being said, I want to do good. I know that I can do good. Now I need to do good and prove it on paper. So I'm excited. Today was a really dumb way to get into it. I'm hoping that over the next few weeks I can kind of get my momentum back, find my swag again, and just kind of shoot for 40 or 50 trades a day, maybe 70 or 80 trades a day, and hit that 70 to 80% accuracy where my winners are 15 or 20 cents and my losers are 10 or 12 cents. And it all makes a nice ratio for the day, and just have those days in a row, and life is good. So that being said, not the best way ever to start the little challenge, the little journey for myself, but could be much worse. I'm not super upset. I'm not mad at myself. I'm known to be hard on myself, and I'm trying to not let this bother me too much. $70, like I said, that's not that big of a deal. So if I can make 10 or 15 or $20 tomorrow, man, that'd be an awesome green day for me. And if I could do that the next 2 or 3 days this week, boom, I'm starting the momentum train. So that's my goal for tomorrow. Make 5 or 10, 15, $20. Very small. Stick to good setups today. 116 trades, and only probably 30% of them were good setups. I was just anxious to get in and out, anxious to click the buttons. I was excited. I was nervous. All of the emotions. So I need to just woo-saw, move on, and tomorrow's Wednesday morning. Have a fresh start Wednesday morning, and get in here and be a little better disciplined. That's the goal for Wednesday. Better accuracy, and just a little better attention to the whole scenario. That's all I got to say about today for Tuesday, and I hope I have a strong Wednesday. All right.